years ago, the Indian Army raised a new formation primarily to combat insurgency in the northeast. 5 decades since, it has not only combated insurgency in the northeast and Jammu and Kashmir, but more importantly, won the Kargil conflict for India in 1999. This is the story of the formation, the 8th Division that is forever in operations. Kumathang, tucked away behind a huge mountain feature, is an appropriate location for the headquarters of 8th Mountain Division. Ever since it was raised in 1963, this formation has mostly operated in the mountains and delivered results every time. Be it in the northeast or Kashmir Valley and beyond the borders as it did in 1971.
This is this picture with Ziaur Rahman. This is the surrender one. There I am in that corner. 8th Mountain Division was part of the Eastern Formation, 4 Corps under General Sagat Singh. So on 3rd December itself, we launched our attacks. 8th Mountain Division, in its plans, felt that the northern approaches from Shillong side were obvious ones. So I decided as the GOC of 8th Mountain Division that an attack from the southern side will be more surprising to the enemy and more effective. And that's what we did. The bulk of the division was launched from the south and subsidiary attacks were mounted from the north. During the course of the operations, we decided to carry out a heliborne operation, the first one in the Indian Army's history. And the forces were landed very close to Sylhet, about a battalion strength, and the rest of the division carried out its normal advance on the ground. Ultimately, we captured Sylhet within a matter of 15 days. And I am indeed proud to have commanded that division. But for me as a military man, this was the best command on the ground.
Across the Indian Army, tales of valor and dedication abound. But what makes 8th Mountain Division stand out is its adaptability. For the first 27 years, it operated in the states of Nagaland and Manipur, combating insurgencies, earning the sobriquet forever in operations. As trouble erupted in Kashmir in the late 1980s, Army headquarters decided to fall back upon the 8th Mountain Division and moved it to the Kashmir Valley, making it the spearhead of the counter-insurgency operations.
This is the only division in the world, I would say, not only in India but entire world, where a large number of surrenders have taken place. Surrender is not allowed in the jihadi concepts, the terrorism. Surrender is totally prohibited. But our formation, it is a world record. 1,268 terrorists came back. This is the only division, not only in India, not only in Asia, but entire world, which has mastered the art of counter-insurgency and counter-terrorism.
In popular imagination, the formation is however equated with the 1999 Kargil conflict. Captain Vikram Batra, Anuj Nayyar, Vikrant Thapar, and many others became household names for their daring exploits at impossible heights. "14 years ago this month, last of the Pakistani intruders were evicted from the heights of Kargil, Dras and Battalion, underlining the importance of 8th Mountain Division. Hastily rushed into this sector from Kashmir Valley, It took the might of the Bofors guns and the raw courage of the soldiers to earn a hard-earned victory in these forbidding heights.
You know the mountains, you know how tough they are, you know the kind of terrain that we face. Siachen and 8th Mountain Division are synonymous with the similar terrain. The posts are high, the altitude is difficult, the mountains are treacherous, the wind is bad, and we have an enemy on the line of control, which which has not yet stabilized. So all in all, it makes for a very difficult job for our boys to do, but they do it commendably. And I hope very strongly that people will recognize the valor of the soldiers of 8th Mountain Division and accept that the Indian Army soldier is better than the best.
Soldiering apart, the 8th Mountain Division has been known to work for the welfare of the people in its area of responsibility. This school at Kumbathang is just one example.